Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about 7 questions that you should answer in your college essay. Now, I know that I've already just gone over a bunch of other questions that you want to address time and time again, but these 7 questions that I'm about to discuss are really the most important of all. Now, when I'm giving feedback to one of my students on their college essays, I try to place myself in the position of the admission committee, and I look to see whether the college essay answers the following questions. So I want you to do the same as you're reviewing your college essay draft. First of all, do you have the discipline, the focus, the stamina, and the commitment to successfully complete college and go all the way through? Schools don't want to take people who are going to drop out or maybe transfer. They want people who are really gung-ho about going to their school in particular, and they want people who are going to be able to make it through all their entire college degree, whether it's 3, 4, 5 years. They want people who are going to finish up college and ultimately get that degree. Schools are rated, among other things, on how many students drop out and how many don't. So they really want people who are going to stick it out. You also want to answer the question of whether you take initiative, whether you have a proven aptitude for self-motivation. One successful applicant says, quote, "Tell them what your motivation in life is." And I think that's really important. You want to essentially tell them what drives you, what gets you out of bed in the morning, what's going to get you to class, what's going to get you to complete your assignments, and what's driving you forward. What's your ultimate ambition, your goal? You also want to answer the question of whether you have demonstrated the ability to work under difficult conditions or through obstacles, hardship, or other distractions that might arise and potentially harm your progress during college. Now, of course, this is not required, but if you have a story like this, definitely make sure that you share it. One successful applicant says, quote, "Write about mentors and hard work situations. I spoke very honestly about being inexperienced as an intern and what I learned from it. It is key to be honest about your weaknesses. Nobody's weakness is that they are too diligent or that they're always on time. Everybody has weaknesses. More importantly, what have you done to work on overcoming your weaknesses?" Also, answer the question of whether you have long-term plans that require a college degree. Even though these plans, can and probably will change more than once during your time in college, ask yourself whether there's something you can talk about that makes it necessary for you to go to college. Do you hope to become a leader in society and or, in the chosen area of specialty, your major? Again, even though that current major specialty might change, that your plans might ultimately change. They know nothing is fixed, but if you have an idea of what you might want to do with your degree, definitely talk about that. You also want to answer the question of whether you've become involved in extracurricular activities because they've supplemented your high school experience and might have strengthened your leadership abilities, or did you do them just because it would make you look busy and give you something to talk about on your college application? So definitely talk about your passion associated with these activities. Really make them come alive so that admission committee members will know that you did them for the right reasons, because you wanted to, not because you thought it would look good on the application. You also want to talk about why you're interested in this specific college rather than all the other great colleges out there. Why them in particular? I'll talk about this more in the following video about why our school in particular. The essay is devoted to that in particular. You finally want to talk about what you'll offer this college that they wouldn't get if they took someone else instead. Now, there's no one-size-fits-all way to answer these questions, and each college essay is unique, of course, but these are all things that you want to address in your application, if not in the college essay in particular in some way. They're really the ultimate questions that admission officers are concerned with, and make sure that you address them.